Uganda is a country with an ever-growing population of people that are mostly made up of the youth. Around 30% of these are still living below the poverty line, according to Uganda Bureau of Statistics report, and most of these suffer different kinds of challenges related to health, education, and lack of access to public service. The media, who are supposed to point out relevant issues and raise alarm, have little to no training on how to effectively report public affairs and therefore mostly devote their time to reporting stories that are crowd-oriented rather than change-oriented. This has over the years caused laxity even among the leadership of the nation. It is on such grounds that the Uganda Media Women Association held a 2-day training under the topic Responsive Reporting on Public Affairs and Governance that empowered journalists, both male and female, from the north, eastern and central part of the country on how to effectively report these stories. It was revealed in the training that oftentimes journalists make reports on public affairs without the voices of the authorities to respond to people's challenges.
Of course, there's an opportunity to continue training journalists about different issues, but public affairs is very critical, especially as we move towards a critical time in our democracy, when we are having a very important election, 2026, and sometimes the preparation is not very adequate for journalists. So preparing journalists early on time to be able to set the agenda while reporting on public affairs and demanding accountability is very important, because then when the public starts following what they are writing, they can be able to make informed decisions, especially at the time of elections. You know, if certain commitments were made by maybe leaders and even at the grassroots, and journalists keep covering them.
Catherine Apalat, one of the project coordinators at UMWA, who also is the coordinator of a 1-year project by a Finnish foundation, VIKES, under which the training falls, noted the fact that stories reported rarely factor in inclusivity of the marginalized groups, which is why the training was prepared.
My name is Catherine Apalat. I work with Uganda Media Women's Association, UMWA, and Nama FM. I work as the project coordinator for Women in Media Project.
Louder.
I work for Women in Media Project, which is being funded by VIKES. VIKES is a Finnish foundation for media development, based in Finland. This is a 1-year project that is meant to empower women journalists, but we are also working with male journalists. We are not working in isolation. The reason why we called for this training today was to equip journalists with knowledge and skills in public affairs reporting, to help them prepare for the general elections, but also most importantly for them to be inclusive and diverse in their sourcing.
Laila Ndagire, a project officer at UMWA, also highlighted a trending loophole among the press where they focus on covering events rather than critical matters, an issue that was dealt with in the training.
Women's Association, we have had a 2-day training.
This is what the journalists that attended the training had to say.
Station and write my story. However, after this training, I now understand that there are aspects related to public affairs that you must follow. One being accountability. Who is accountable for what and where do you find them?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to believe that a lot of things happen in government institutions, corporate institutions, and they go unchecked.